Good morning, students, and welcome to the class of Information Technology. Children, in this video, I'm going to explain you about the application software openoffice.org. Children, in this video, I'm going to explain you about the word processor. Children, openoffice.org is it's a reasonably intuitive but a different software as compared to other suites. All right, and it gives you familiarization with the topic effectively. And in this chapter, we will discuss in general about the most common features of openoffice.org, like toolbars, floating toolbars, dockable windows, and then information on functions that can be used in most of the program modules of openoffice.org. Children, if we talk about user interface, what kind of user interface you will have? So I will show you later on. Children, openoffice.org provides usual control elements such as menus and icons and some other special features. Okay, and dragging and dropping facilities also available in this. Okay, so let me directly take you to the screen where you will see the screen of the word processor. So children, how you will open this word processor? So on your desktop or your laptop, you will click all programs. All right, then there you will find OpenOffice. All right, and then you will click OpenOffice.Writer. Right, when you will click the writer, this kind of screen will open in front of you. All right, this kind of screen will open in front of you. That is OpenOffice.org writer window. So let's study this writer window. As you can see, children, on the top, see this one. Okay, here you can see this untitled written. It is known as title bar. All right, it is known as title bar. All right, and as you can see, the term untitled is written over here because the file has not been given any name. Okay, so what is written? Untitled 1 openoffice.org writer. So children, it is known as title bar. Just below the title bar, you can check these menu items: file, edit, view, insert, format, table, tools, window, help. Okay, so this is known as menu bar. Okay, so with the menu bar, you can access various tools of OpenOffice Writer. Okay, children, here you can see this cross mark. All right, and if we can exactly tell you, this is a cross mark. All right, and one more cross mark is there. All right, so this cross mark will close the document. It means the document which is open just now will close. But if you click this cross mark, openoffice.org writer will get closed. All right, so children, now you can understand the meaning of these two cross marks: close document and close word processor. Now if I check this thing, just below menu bar, this you can see various tools are there. Alright, so what it is known as? It is known as standard toolbar. Alright, so this is standard toolbar. You can see just below the menu bar you have standard toolbar. Alright, then below the standard toolbar you can see this thing: default, bitstream, Vera, sans serif, BIU. What it is? It is known as formatting toolbar. So children, in formatting toolbar you can get options like fonts, font size, bold, italic, underline, okay, alignment, left align, central align, right align, or justified. Okay, so these all you get in the formatting toolbar. Now if you come down, if you check this thing, alright, so it is known as vertical scroll bar. Alright, one more scroll bar is here, alright, this one, and it is known as horizontal scroll bar. Alright, now some other things, if you can see, this is the margin of the page from where you will start writing, okay, and this is the edge of the page. Alright, here you can see this markings 1 2 3 4. It is known as vertical ruler. Okay, it is known as vertical ruler, and one more ruler is there, children. This one here also you can see the marking. It is known as horizontal ruler. Alright, so I think by now the screen is clear to you. Alright, and one more thing is there. You can see zoom is 100%. Okay, so this last one bar, alright, at the bottom is known as status bar. Okay, in status bar you can find out the page style, that is default, page number on which page you are working, how many pages are there. So it is 1 by 1. It means only 1 out of 1 page is open, and zoom is 100%. So this is all about the screen of openoffice.org writer window. Now let's study, as I told you, title bar, which is on the top. Okay, untitled, you can see it is the title bar. So title bar shows the name of the program, openoffice.org, and usually the file name of the current document. Okay, so when you will save the file, you write a name. Alright, so that file name appears in the title bar. And if a document title is entered in file properties description, this title is displayed rather than the file name. Alright, now if we talk about menu bar, children, you can see the second menu, whereas there is written file, edit, view, insert. It is menu bar. Alright, so what is menu bar? At the top of the openoffice.org window, immediately under the title bar is the menu bar. Alright, point with the mouse to a command on the menu bar and press the left mouse button. Alright, so if you want to access these menu items, okay, if you want to access these menu items like file, edit, view, insert, format, table, tool, so how you will access? You will click the left mouse button of your mouse. Okay, when you click the left mouse button, so entire drop down box will open. Alright, and when the drop down box will open, then you can select whatever you want. The menu opens, allowing one to choose a command from the submenu by clicking it. The menu bar can now be accessed from the keyboard by pressing the Alt key. Okay, So children, now you have one shortcut key to access the menu bar. All right. If you want to get this menu bar file edit view, so just press the alt key. Okay, so you will get access to this menu bar. The menus are organized into basic functions. The edit menu, for example, provides functions needed to edit the current document like cut, copy, paste, undo and changes, while the view menu has functions that allow control of the view of the elements displayed on the screen. All right. So with the help of edit menu, you can cut, copy and paste. Okay, let's go back again. All right. So see, file, edit, view. So when you click file, you can open a new file. In edit menu, you can do cut, copy and paste. All right. And if view menu is there, you can view the current document. In other words, the commands used for editing, viewing, sequencing, formatting and printing a document can only be used when the document is open and active. Okay, active in this sense means that the document is front of any other on the screen, and if the command should correspond to any object in the document, then that object has to be selected. All right. So if your word processor is open on the screen of your laptop or desktop, then only these commands will work. Otherwise, these commands will be inactive. Now, actually one point is there here, the menus are context sensitive. It means that only those menu commands are related to the current work will be available. For example, if the cursor is located in a text document, then only the text editing menu commands are available. Likewise, if graphics are selected in a document, then only the menu command that can be used to edit graphs or graphics will be available. The other active menu items are hidden by. All right. So whatever thing you are doing, according to that, menu commands will get highlighted. Otherwise, they would appear hidden. All right. Suppose if you are working with text, so text menu commands will be open or get highlighted. Others will be hidden. Okay, or you will not be able to select them. So by choosing tools, options, openoffice.org, then view, one can select the show inactive menus items field and then see the inactive menu items as gray entries in the menu. So if you are working with text, only text menu items will be available. If you are working with graphics, only graphic menu items will be available. But if you want to see the inactive menu items, so you can go to tools. Let's go back again. Okay, see here in the menu bar you can see this tools. Okay, so if you want to check the inactive menu items, you can go to tools, then openoffice.org, after options and then view, and can find out the inactive menu items. Now the toolbar is there. Okay, so below the menu bar is the standard toolbar. This toolbar contains icons for several important commands and functions that can be used in openoffice.org. All right, see here again, you can see. All right, standard toolbar, then formatting toolbar. All right, two toolbars are there. So these two toolbars are used to edit the document. Now this toolbar contains, standard toolbar contains icons for several important commands and functions that can be used in openoffice.org to open a document, export to PDF, undo and redo, access the navigator or gallery, or print the current document. Now after standard toolbar and formatting toolbar, there is horizontal ruler also. All right. Now horizontal and as you can see here, horizontal ruler and formatting toolbar. Actually these offer features that are always appropriate to the current context. So from horizontal ruler and formatting toolbar, what you can do, alignment, you can do font styles, you can do lists, you can make indentation, or for example, if a piece of normal text is selected, one will see different icons from those within a text table. All right, so this is about toolbar. Some icons have small triangles to indicate that there are more functions available. These are called floating toolbar. And when a long click is applied to these icons, a new window opens, giving access to all those features associated with that icon. Short click deliver different behavior than a long click. Okay, so you will have to give a long click to these icons, so you will get access to these floating toolbars. So children, some toolbars are hidden. So how can you guess these toolbars? How can you get these toolbars? Long click to these icons. Okay, as you can see, if you will long click insert, this floating toolbar will open. Okay, so these are examples of floating toolbar: drawing, form navigation, frame, insert, 3D settings, align, font work. All these are floating toolbars. And how you can access them? By a long click. Children, how and why you should use a floating toolbar? So when editing a text document, the insert icon is in the tools toolbar. So do a long click on this icon. This opens a floating toolbar containing further icons. Alright. The user now has a few choices to make: either to click the icon to activate the feature, or to grab the window by its title bar and drag it away from the main toolbar while holding down the left mouse button. Okay, so suppose you will click the insert icon, a long click, so this floating toolbar will open. Okay, which it is visible in front of you. See, this is floating toolbar about insert, and from it you can select various things. See, you can select triangle, square, circle. You can select table, document. Alright, so, and you can get inserted these things in your Word document. Alright, so this is the help of floating toolbar. Now the document window, at the top left hand edge of the document window is the toolbar that is needed for work, and that these vary depending on the documents and type and context. At the bottom edge is the status bar. Okay, as you can see, status bar here. See, at the bottom there is status bar. Alright, you can check again. At the bottom it is status bar, and then this is document window, which is open in front of you. Alright, now docking toolbar. So all toolbars may be positioned as either floating window or dockable panes. Dockable panes means you can see this button. Okay, this button is there, so it is hidden window, and if you click this arrow, what will happen? The window will open. So these floating windows, see here it is floating window, and these floating windows can be docked, or you can say it can be hidden. Alright, so docking means hiding or unhiding the floating window. See, click the arrow button to hide a window. Click this button to lock a floating window. You can lock also the floating window. And click this button to change a locked window to a floating window. So children, some tools in OpenOffice.org open in pop-ups that are dockable, such as the styles and formatting window, the navigator and the gallery. These floating window may be docked at either the left or right edges of the main Office.org window. It means you can hide or unhide these windows. Now, if a button is visible or invisible, So you can, children, also change the visibility options. Okay, tools and functions are initially grouped together on a default side of toolbar. Not all buttons are visible by default. Okay, if you check the standard toolbar or formatting toolbar, so all the buttons would not be visible by default. Okay, and then you think how to assess these buttons. Let's go back again. You can see here, see, this is visible, these two are invisible, this is invisible, this is visible, invisible. All right, so some icons are visible, some are invisible. All right, so children, the buttons on the toolbar are by default invisible. So to quickly make a button visible or not in its toolbar, what you can do, click on the small down arrow at the far side of the toolbar and select visible buttons. Toggle the checked status of the button and make sure to click the down arrow appropriate to the toolbar, because toolbar may be placed side by side. Alright, so you can make the visibility option by clicking the down arrow. Alright, so see, if this one is there, okay, so you can see a down arrow here. You can click this down arrow here. This is down arrow. All right, this is down arrow, this is also down arrow. So by clicking these down arrows, you can change the visibility options. So children, in this video we studied about Office Writer, that is the word processor, and we studied about the main screen of the word processor. So let's revise once again what we studied in this. We have menu bar, two kinds of toolbar are there, standard toolbar and formatting toolbar, then close document button and close the app button is also there. Then vertical scroll bar, horizontal scroll bar is there, then page margin, page edge, vertical ruler. Okay, then at the bottom status bar is there. So children, by now I think you have enough knowledge of the main screen of the word processor. So that's all in today's video. Thank you and goodbye.